I went up to see after the game in the dressing room, heard from, liked the game, really good game from my boys. It was the best away derby we played since I'm at Liverpool. Top football, conceded goals with the specific strength of Everton. The set piece was unlucky when they scored, unlucky because Virgil's on the pitch that we have to sort that, and we sorted it in the game. The only problem was that was, I think, the first corner after he left the pitch, and so there was this little moment of disorganization. They used it. That's quality of Everton so good. And the second goal is obviously we avoided pretty much all situations like this over the 90 minutes, but one time we let Digna, I think, was a cross, and I heard already when the ball was in the air from the Everton bench, that's it. So, and then because they know he's really strong in that in this situation, and he scores that goal, good goal. Our goals were brilliant, and then I leave the pitch, and Thiago tells me that in the red card situation with Richarlison, he thinks he got injured. We will see if it's true or not. The players felt like this. We need to have a look. And then I come in the dressing room. In the dressing room, the people stand there with a laptop. All the people stand around the laptop and ask what's on. And they say, we watch the situation back and we don't understand why they whistled offside. And look, I'm a real supporter of VAR, but then you would expect that, especially with offside, that you then do the right decision. We scored a goal one time at Aston Villa, and they said the armpit was offside. Sounds funny, we got it. This time the picture I saw now once on the laptop, there's no armpit, there's nothing, we are just not offside. So, and since then I had 10 interviews roundabout, and everybody tells me it was not offside, and that doesn't lift my mood, obviously, because it's just you all watched it obviously more often. That's tricky. So we lost one player in a situation where we was not involved with Virgil, and then maybe another one in the red card situation and scored a goal, a legitimate goal, whatever the word is, which didn't count. So obviously not our day, but the performance was the performance I wanted to see.
I don't want to make your mood worse, but how serious is the injury to Virgil?
I don't know. So it's not good. Virgil played for us, I don't know how many games in a row. He plays with pain, he plays with pretty much everything, but he couldn't play on. That's not good.
And if I can cheer you up with a final question, it was Mo Salah's 100th goal for Liverpool. That stat is special, but that finish this afternoon reminds everybody what a special player he is, doesn't it?
I'm unfortunately, so I hope you find something in your notes how often I said how good Mo is, and all these boys are great. The goal is sensational, but I'm not in the mood to talk about that now. Yes, it was a sensational goal, and the numbers are incredible. It's really crazy, but not even Mo wants to talk about that in a moment.
Thank you, James. We'll go to Sam Wallace, who's in there. We've got no other hands up, guys, so this will be it unless there's any more to go on. Yes.
Hello, Jurgen. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
You can hear, yeah?
We can hear.
Yeah, sorry. Jurgen, just to take you back to that foul on Virgil van Dijk, have you seen it again?
No, only the first moment. So in the game, that was pretty quick. For me, it was a clear penalty, what I saw. And then obviously we saw that the flag went up, so offside. I still thought it's worth to have a look on the foul, but that didn't happen. So we have no power there. We just sit here and now you discuss it with me. We have to ask other people about that, and, not me. Obviously, it was a. What can I say? Find a word. I don't want to say John Pickford wanted to do it, but it's of course not a challenge how a goalie can do it in the box, because there's another player, and if it's not offside, it's a 100% penalty, and so it's nothing. So that's all.
Rob Draper, and then we'll go to.
Hi Jurgen, I know it's obviously hard to analyse at the moment, but you said that you'd sent the players a text message when they were on international duty, expecting a response, and really the start you had and the performance you had, you must be encouraged by that, because Aston Villa was such a setback.
Yeah, how I said, that has nothing to do with my message for 2 weeks ago. How the boys played today. These boys are exceptional. These boys are a team I'm 100% of the time proud of being their manager. Yes, and Aston Villa, we played a really under average game, a bad game. Then you lose in the Premier League a game. We lost 7-2. That doesn't happen too often. I'm not surprised about the reaction. That's what we wanted to see, but it's still only a draw. But the game and the performance and the reaction, I think everybody who is with us thought today, yeah, that was pretty good. You know, Everton is in a sensational moment, really flying, winning the games, and all this stuff, and yeah, and then getting dominated like they got dominated here today at home. I think that's not easy, but my boys did it today, even in very difficult circumstances, just losing a main player very early. Joe Gomez played a sensational game. I think everybody thought then he had chipped the long balls, Calvert-Lewin in the direction Joe Gomez, and Joe Gomez dealt outstanding with it. I liked it a lot. So yeah, good game. Same old result.
Okay, and then the next last one, Engin, that's okay.
Hello, Mr. Klopp. Last year, in the beginning of the season, you scored many goals in the last 10-15 minutes, and it built up the momentum of the team over and over and again. And in the last 2 weeks, 3 deflected goals in Aston Villa, which doesn't happen much. This game inches offside and one even not offside, maybe, so very unlucky games back to back. Do you think there's a mental confidence that needs to be boosted up again in this, or the boys will, as always, show the response right away?
How I said, I'm not worried about the boys. It's the problem what we have in the moment is just, and I'm really not in a good mood, because how I said, you all gave me the same information. We should have won the game, we didn't, and I have injured players in the dressing room. That's not good. So we will see how we respond. But all what you said, I didn't understand you. All what is not the complete question, but we will show the response we can show on all the situation. And we scored today a late goal. It just didn't count for some reason. So the boys are fine in that, but we had not to make the decision if it counts or not. So would you have asked the same question if the ref would have said it was no offside? So no, it's all the same.